I have some personal remarks I'd like to share with you, my hopes and dreams. When we opened the conference, we talked about 100 years ago. The beginning of this all, we talked about 50 years ago and our dedication to becoming a diverse and global organization. And an organization that was open and welcoming to every one of God's children. Now we're looking ahead at what the next 50 years might hold for us. I believe the Urantia movement is going to reach its tipping point, probably sooner rather than later, a point when it will seem like suddenly the whole world knows about this revelation. Most of us pray for this day, expecting it will be some kind of time of enlightenment, like, oh, finally. And for some, and for many, it might be, but I also believe for us it will be a time of controversy and great testing. Are we ready? Right now, the perceptions of the Urantia community suffer from a self-inflicted wound. That wound is our split. It's a fracture that occurred about 35 years ago. The fellowship and the association are in a damaging competition. It's wasteful to duplicate effort and compete for donors and volunteers, and some of you find yourselves caught in the middle, and I'm sorry about that. It's demoralizing for those of us who have read and been inspired by the Urantia book to look around and wonder, how can we expect to transform the world when we won't transform ourselves? It hurts our credibility to hold on to pettiness and resentment. No one can truly read and understand even part of the Urantia book and think that those qualities are harmonious with God's plans for us. When I go down this path, people often quote me the part of the book that talks about spiritual unity and not uniformity. I'm not talking about spiritual uniformity, not for a minute. I don't think anybody can look at the diversity of expression and service in the fellowship and think for a second that we want uniformity. It's absurd. When I go down this path, some have said to me, we need to just wait for the old guard to die off. I don't mean Guard Jameson, I mean the old guard. The older generation. I reject that response as passive and a little lazy. We're supposed to do the hard work. Why would we just wait it out when there's a bigger victory waiting for us? The bigger victory is forgiveness. That's the hard work. Forgiving tolerance, enduring peace. I invite you to join me in this pursuit, no matter what it takes. Because the strong seeding of this revelation depends not on our ability to preach the gospel, but to prove the gospel. We've got to walk our talk. We are stronger together. God placed all of us at the beginning of this revelation in the first 100 years, when he knew he would need people that Christy called soldiers of the circles. As these soldiers, it is our job to be the advance team. To seed the revelation and nurture it so that the seeds can take root and grow in good soil. We have to be the good soil. We have to cultivate good soil, make hard and barren soil fertile through tolerance and acceptance and friendship and love. Those things are like water and sunlight. They soften the earth. They give seeds a safe place to grow and thrive. We need to be that cultivated, welcoming soil. Unity is attractive. It is like a magnet. It draws people to its cohesive power. This unhealed part of our history is an incredible opportunity to demonstrate that we do walk our talk even when it's hard, especially when it's hard, and we can't fail. Somebody started a petition on change.org called Choose Urantia Unity. If you would like the fellowship and the association to pursue organizational unity, I hope you'll sign it. I'm going to. And send a strong message to the leadership in all the organizations that it's time to reach for higher, better ways of living. We're leaving here after an incredible week and going back to what Andrea called the mud ball. I hope you will take the nurturing strength from this conference, the insights we've gained from each other this week, and keep changing the world. Thank you.